Right of Entertainment, the Good Morning Nigeria show. For this holiday season, where we decide, say, it's a season of caring and loving, caring and sharing, giving, and you know, showing love and affection to people when need them. Now we get some lovely people who don't start this campaign of feeding, you know, the people living with malnutrition, basically malnourished people. They decided that they want help, you know, to make things better for these particular people. And this movement is called feeding. Food Meets Nigeria. I mean, don't say it is like a political party, FMN, but it's actually Food Meets Nigeria. And now it's time for us to meet two lovely young people. We're the part of this particular movement. We get Abiodo in the house, and we get Chinemerem in the building as well. Thank you for joining us.
Good to have you in the house.
Good morning,
very nice initiative, Food Meets Nigeria, to try to end, to a certain extent, malnutrition for Wazobia, Nigeria. Now, we know say malnutrition is something we don't deal with, especially with children. Tell us, waiting, start this passion. You get anybody where you don't actually suffer from being malnourished, or waiting actually pushed you to go into this particular initiative?
Good morning, everybody. Compliment of the season. Well, what gave me the idea to start this project is that I recently published my food edition of my magazine. I'm a publisher of Osh magazine, and I tend to look for some. I made some research on why publishing the food edition. I made a lot of research on food, and I realized that there's one issue that we are not really focusing on, which is malnutrition, and that is actually the root of most of all our health problems in the country, you know, causing cancer, diabetes, you know, ulcer. It is channeled to malnutrition. So I saw the list, and I saw how it is going to affect a lot of people's life, which it has claimed a lot of people's life. So I tend to start something up. So when I saw the statistics on what UNICEF is talking about, United Nations, World Health Organization, and I just decided to start the campaign, to just start from somewhere, the little way. So that was how I got the initiative to start a campaign towards ending malnutrition in Nigeria.
Very, very interesting. And now from that little documentary where we don't see, we know that it's not easy, you know, to help some people to start a campaign to fight malnutrition, for instance, with Wazobia, Nigeria. Now, you know, explain how you take starts this whole issue, and we know say it got difficult somehow. So, what will be the first of all? What will be the inspiration behind doing this? Because many people don't start this kind of campaign where they stop them halfway. So, first of all, what will be the inspiration behind this, and how you get your funding? How do you take to get your funding to really push this campaign so far?
Well, one of the inspiration behind it is sitting right beside me, because when I got the idea, I talked to my girlfriend. After my girlfriend, I talked to her. Okay.
You go to say that she be your girlfriend. The way you talk, I say.
I talked to my girlfriend. I talked to my girlfriend. I talked to her.
So she has been my friend since school days, Yabatek, over 7 years, and I found a lot of confidence in her. So I had to, you know, tell her that this is what I've seen online, and a lot of people are going to, you know, have a lot of health issues in the next years that we are going in. So the inspiration behind this is that a lot of children are dying. I saw a statistic that over 88,000 children are at risk of death. I mean, presently in Nigeria. From malnutrition, and Nigeria is the second largest country in the world after India, the highest number of malnourished kids, and 1,000 children die every day, according to UNICEF, and making 361,000 annually, and 65% of this cost is from malnutrition. So that alone is enough inspiration to start up something, because we have to make the world a better place for each other. So we just need to start from somewhere. And as from the funds, it has not been easy. This is just the first, you know, campaign I'm co-heading with her, and it is not really easy. But we've been talking to a lot of people. Been getting some gestures, though we've not been getting funds. But for that day, the documentary you saw, my team, I and my team member, we came together. We organized some things. We got apple, got boiled egg, carrots, bottled water, we sealed it. You know, the gesture really matters. Let's start from somewhere. So basically, that's how we did that. And to be happy for what we saw that day, a lot of people came on board. People that were not even on our team. We just reached out on social media, and a lot of them come on board, and they just joined us with feeding the children with the little we have. So it's not about the amount or how we have been funding it. It's just about the gesture, what we have in our own little pocket. I am a core member. I'm currently serving. So it's out of my 19.8. And
it's going to be increased very soon.
And you know, waiting they very surprising. Sadly, even the World Health Organization don't come outside talk say the number of deaths in children, malnourished children, will actually increase in the next 5 years. So we need to do something about them now. And that's now why initiative like this, we need government to actually dive into them immediately. Now, let me speak with you, Chinemere. Now, what will be some of the things they do? Yes, they feed them. What will they feed them with to help to boost their system?
Okay. So one of the primary causes of malnutrition is poverty, ignorance, and most of the parents involved are not enlightened. So if a mother who is pregnant doesn't eat the right food, the child she's carrying is already malnourished. And then she gives birth to the child, and then you see some of them even feeding the children with the normal milk that isn't what they're supposed to be having as babies.
Because in some cases they are poor, like
that is what they can afford. So we want to try and increase people's understanding of what they can afford. You understand? It's not just about going to the market and buying something very expensive or supplements. We want to increase their understanding of how vital the idea is. You understand? So I mean, it's a gradual process.
So what kind of food do you give them?
We give out fruits, protein, stuff that they're not accustomed to getting. Yes. Like most of our slum visits, we come with fruits, apples, carrots, cucumbers, water, egg, stuff, milk. When we had the slum visits, there are kids who hadn't had apples. Imagine when a child tells you that I just see it, but
yes, A for apple, but it doesn't exactly know what apple is.
Yeah, what it tastes like. So yeah.
Very interesting. All right, Abiodun, still back to you now. Now, you say you and your team, the other people. Now, who be the other people? How you recruit other people to join this very worthy cause? Who are they push for?
Most of my team members are my friends. Most of them, because if you want to do this kind of project, you can't just get random people on board. So when you start it, some important people and people that are seeing the course as a greater cause, we come on board. But as I said earlier, she's my friend and she's my coursemate in Yabatech, and we studied civil engineering together. So, and all of my friends, Ibrahim Isabilo is also my friend.
And your girlfriend too. Don't forget to mention her name.
My girlfriend.
She was your friend before your girlfriend came.
No, my girlfriend is first.
Okay, don't okay.
My girlfriend is first. So my girlfriend actually. So they are my friends. So that was how we are able to get resources together quickly. When you see your friend moving, and when you see a course that is really worthy, you just tend to switch in and help your friend. So that was how we were able to get the funding for the slum visits. But we're having a greater one this December 29th, and that is one big event. It's a charity fair. So we're inviting orphanage homes down to the venue. Like we're looking at over 20 orphanage homes down to the venue. We want to feed them. We want to educate their, should I say, facilitators on what nutrients, some food they eat, some food they consume, what nutrients consists, what nutrients the food have. Because a lot of people don't have the knowledge of what nutrients the food they are eating consists of. I just realized that. I'm sorry, I made my research, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. But what I saw on Google recently is that beans consists more of
More carbs
carbohydrates
than protein.
How many people knows that? And water lemon seed has a lot of proteinous value to the body. So when you consume watermelon, don't throw away the seed. Chew it. It's going to help your system.
So you can chew it.
Taste a bitter small.
No, it's not bitter. It's not bitter actually.
It's not that bitter, but they even talk say even the back of watermelon, they're very,
Yeah.
very nutritious.
Very, very. So we need to. So the basis of the reason for this campaign is to enlighten the society about, you know, what nutritional value what they consume, you know, gives to them, and what risk they are actually subjecting themselves to if they are not consuming the nutritional food. So we have a lot of carbohydrates in our country. Trust me.
I like that. Speaking with you and Marina, watching that video where we start this interview, you see and say, "No, don't carry out this particular outreach in this particular community." Tell us why you select this community, because now they always point to you, saying, "My friend is the backbone." He's the backbone of this particular initiative. Now tell us why you select this community and the outcome. How many children are actually feed, and how many outreaches you don't do so far?
Okay, so it's a gradual process. Okay. And before you even go out to the field to go and distribute things to young children, you need to start from your primary environment. So whether I'm going to a certain rural environment or not, I have to do something for my, because I could actually have excess of eggs in my house and decide to go out and just give it to everyone around me. So we took reconnaissance of several places. We went to Makoko. I remember the day we were going around. We went to Makoko, went to Ilaje, we went to Iwaya. In fact, I realized that those places are pretty wide. Like, there's a lot of places. Even in Iwaya, there are places where you call Abete, and, you know, there are just a lot of places. So we just took advice from some of our friends who live in that vicinity. Like, I remember that day we called one of my friends, Tim, and I was like, Habib, we're around your area and everything, and we're looking for where to do this. And she was like, they're hungry, they're hungry, go there. You know, she was going to mention places where. So we decided to go to that place.
Where is this place?
This is Iwaya.
Okay.
You know, so we just decided that, okay, it's just a starting point. And looking at this particular day, the target was to go to more than one venue that day. But the thing is, by the time we got to this place, it was like a stampede.
The kids we saw.
Like, we couldn't take the things we had away. We had to just, I don't know, but I'm sure that over 200 kids were fed that day, so, yeah.
Apart from this community, any other place where I don't actually visit?
Well, everything, it comes with what we get. So as soon as we get, I had a friend who came to my house with 120 eggs earlier this week, and we're trying to look for how we can distribute that. So everything comes with how we get.
Was this the only place you visited to give them food stuff? This is the only place for now?
Yes.
So the next one is 29th?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Well, the good thing about 29th is that we're getting people from all over. Bagada, Ebutemeta, Iyana Paja, Aja, Ekpe.
Lekki,
you know,
Aja.
Ekpe. We're getting people from Mount 12. And funny enough, I have a friend of mine who is one of the angels, and he's actually going to transport people from kids from his own slum. So I told him that, oh yeah, if he can bring me kids, I promise to make their day worth the while.
Can you feed all of them? Like, how many kids don't sit down for granted on one feed? Because like, I think it's open.
Well,
orphanage homes,
yeah, it's like a blank check.
And some places, one orphanage home, you get like 200 people for there, or even lesser.
Well, then that comes with logistics, because they can only bring a certain amount of people so that every other person can return. But the idea is that day we want to feed like 1,000 kids.
Okay, what's the location for that day? What's the venue?
JJT Park, Ikeja. And moreover, for that day, it's actually very big, and a lot of children are coming.
Yeah, so it's going to be like a walk-in, walk-out thing.
And, you know, you might have been thinking of how we are going to feed these children. A lot of people have promised us to give us plates of food. We have, for the first time, we have rice food. We have Wilson juice. they gave us some of their products just to support. I mean, though it was late.
So healthy things.
Healthy things.
Yes,
right,
to
now
share to them.
for people who would like to reach out to now to see how they feel support or how they feel partner now, how do they feel reach now?
Phone number, we have a website, and we're on social media.
Okay, well, what's the website and your social media handle?
Our website is www.foodmeetsniger.com. Then the social media handle @foodmeetsniger on every platform.
Instagram,
LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. Facebook too. You get it, the same thing.
Interesting.
Thank you so much, Abiodun and Chinemere. Very, very nice thing one that they do. Food Meets Nigeria. A very nice one to try in your own little quarter to end malnutrition to a certain extent. Thank you, and we wish you all the best. We solidly there behind you.
Thank you very much.
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love am.